Hello, Internet, and welcome to Session 9 of Tales of the Moonshine, in which we will fight this ghost. Probably.
Tales of the Moonshine!
Dun dun dun.
Session 9, to be determined.
We're fighting
And
ghost
then
robots.
we come up with the titles afterwards in post.
Yes.
Look, the title is almost always the best quote of the session.
Yep.
I don't think that's been the case for the past.
That hasn't been the
And
case for this one.
That actually is true. We've been kind of doing naming after
We've
the fact.
been being very artsy for this series.
You know, that's accurate.
Yeah.
This one might wind up doing something else, though. I know stuff. Stuff's gonna happen.
Okay, that's not ominous at all.
You're fighting a ghost!
I blame Ash for everything.
Why are you blaming me?
I don't blame the captain, I blame you. Your decisions have
excellent.
led us to this moment.
I didn't do anything wrong, ever, actually. If you really think about it.
Not even once.
Not even once. That's impressive.
Yep.
In fact, that is problematic of you to make this assumption about me.
Indeed.
Ash, as the person who usually plays your character archetype,
Mm-hmm.
and Ziggy will testify.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know when I'm the problem.
Alright. So, starting off, there is a ghost who is dressed in, ancient officer uniform. Which means it probably looks like, I don't know, officer uniforms we're used to as opposed to space officer uniforms, who are shouting, "Intruders! Defend the facility in the name of the Empress!" There's probably an actual quote I used last session, but that's what we're going to go with right now.
Yep,
That's what we're
and
going
last
with.
session I also tried shutting him down with historical facts, which did not work.
He did not like your facts because they did not consider to do the things that he wanted them to.
I mean, it would have been a normal success by a decent amount, but it was a very large penalty.
Yes. And, there's a lot of dead robots behind us.
Look,
So we did just
breaking
shoot the door.
Breaking a ghost through damaging his willpower is totally legit. You just have to try a little harder. Which is to say, luckily for you, the first thing is his guards are activating their laser swords. That's their turn. It's the captain's turn. Captain, can you act this turn?
It's excellent question. I roll 3 d6 to see if I can get under, I believe, an 8.
No one's in danger yet, so it's definitely under an 8.
Yeah, okay, we're good. Nothing wrong is happening here. It can be somebody else's turn.
This is a problem. Like Kane. It's Kane's problem.
Wait, is this a surprise round, them on us? Because if so, I can't act.
It's not a surprise round.
no,
Everyone's basically ready for nonsense to happen while you're invading a facility.
Okay, I have a question. Is the sword that I activated last session still active?
How
much
no, you
time
guys
would-
paused to heal.
Okay, I guess Kane will step forward and if I open my mouth, because Sean can't feed me the line, I would want to say something along the lines of, I have captured these intruders, sir. Where should I bring them for processing? And,
Fast talk, Izzy.
huh?
Roll fast talk.
I don't have that.
Oh,
Well, that's
no,
what you're
no.
trying to do.
I was hoping to roll, subservient robot. Would it savoir-faire servant? No?
Roll that at
Just
minus
fast talking?
1. Roll that at minus 1.
Okay.
Only -1?
I would've been
Our
okay.
gods are generous tonight.
Yeah, God is
Yeah.
generous today.
Yeah, I would have been fine with a larger penalty on that. Pass by 6. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Pass by 5 with a -1.
So the thing is, it's a pose, which is why it's just a -1, though you do not pass. And he goes, yes, very good. Bring them to the experimentation cells.
Acknowledged. Turn around and look at everybody just like, the fuck are the experimentation cells? Ingrained on my robotic face that you can't really tell. That's what I'm thinking. It'll probably pop up on the captain's Pip-Boy.
I don't have one. I have a Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
It pops up on your Kindle or on your watch or whatever the hell is on your wrist.
Well, I'm going to say that there is three ways directions we can walk in. The way we came, which did not have prison cells, or right or left, down this hallway.
Okay, so I will take the rest of my turn. I will activate my sword, and I will point south, this way.
All right. Congratulations on winning the 50-50, Izzy.
Hey! The coin flip.
All right. So, I'm assuming you are in fact doing the thing.
I have no control over what everyone else is doing.
Are you following Kane to the experimentation cells?
I mean, I need time to cast a affect spirit spell, so yes.
You're not the one I'm worried about. I'm worried about the captain or nerd, who the captain is presently in charge of.
Hey. My thing is I take the path of least resistance right now.
Yep.
Right. You're depressed. I forgot about that.
Yes, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
I'm shocked that worked. And I legitimately thought we were boned right there.
Good job, everybody.
So one of the other guys is walking with you, as is proper, as the rest of the group returns to their stations, and shortly after that, can someone give me a perception hearing? Or rather, everyone give me a perception hearing -4.
That's a lot. God is no longer generous.
Let's see. Hearing, you said?
Yep. Look, all of you are rolling this.
-4.
Perception is just on your front page, Ash. It's not a skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is just hearing might matter because sometimes you have specific advantages or disadvantages for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I swear to God, I'm not fudging my dice. They're just on fire tonight. I just rolled a 7, and I passed by 1.
I passed by 3.
I failed by 3.
And Ash, please roll for nerd.
-4, right?
Yep,
Well,
-4.
I don't
You
know
are
what
rolling
it
against
is.
8 for nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd got a 10, so no.
So failed by 2. Yeah.
Okay, and as you are walking down, those of you who pass can hear the ghost, and they're going, these intruders have caused a great deal of damage. And then shouting out, those of you who do not speak ancient, not Latin, hear the name Tilly, and then a bunch of gibberish. Those of you who do hear...
Oh, wait. I'm just going to say I hear the name Tilly. And the first half of whatever you're saying, because I don't speak it fully yet.
You hear roughly what is said, but not ideally what is said.
I'm going to translate. Probably.
I call upon you, grant my desire and restore the fallen. Also magic that anyone can sense magic feels.
Is there cameras or anything in here that I can hack into?
Yes.
Oh, wait, there's a person here. There's a person here watching us.
There is a person here watching you.
Okay. That... I can't retroactively, roll for spot on the ghost, correct? To see if I recognize something on them.
What do you want to recognize?
I will spend...
Yeah, send me what you want to recognize. Answer is... Yeah, answer is you do not recognize that on the ghost. The ghost has a gun and a sword, and the medals of a commanding officer.
Okay, we are going to, or actually, we still have a guard with us.
Pub guard upstairs.
Yep, he is coming to assist Kane in putting you guys into the cells because each of the robots only has one hand.
Yep.
Can I sneak behind this guy and do the off trick with him since he's not expecting it by hacking his back?
You may roll for that, yes.
Am I at penalty?
No, you're not in combat.
Okay. I will just go side by side with him. Is this where my luck dies tonight?
All right, Izzy, you need to pass by at least 3.
Okay, well, I rolled a 12. I forget what my skill is. Where is hacking? 16. Pass by 4.
Okay. And the other guard just turns off. He's snoozing.
Okay. There are 2 things based off what I can know from this area. I need a little undead ain't my specialty. Getting up a good way of banishing him is going to take a little bit more than what I have on me, so finding stuff that can use to help with that or just enough time would be good. The other thing is that they have a special type of generator here that I think if we could get, we could probably cause a lot of problems if we shut it off.
Where is it?
That I don't know, but my guess would be opposite way down the path.
Well, if you want, I can. I mean, Captain, if you wish, I can go survey the area. And all of that was in character.
Kind of just shrugs.
Nick, is there a computer terminal here with where I can gain security access, or like to their network?
Really?
While he does,
like, this is the holding cells. They're pretty secure in regards to, like, there's cameras here, and it's awfully warm. Just gonna double check. What?
I guess while he does stuff, could I also see if there's, since these are experimental holding cells, can I scrounge around to see if I can find anything?
Absolutely. All right, so Kane is patrolling the facility.
Oh, Nick, I was going to shut off my current body and go into the electronics, if possible.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, give me your hacking check.
This thing's actively fighting against me. Do I have to...
No, this is actively fighting against you. There was just a security breach.
Well, no, this is my body that I'm trying to...
Oh, you mean the one that you are in. You can choose to turn it off and disconnect systems for the body you're currently in.
Okay, I will do that. I will go lead up a wall next to a wall near a terminal, so I can immediately port into it after I turn off the body. And I need to figure out where the hell my die went. But yeah, assume I'm doing that for 3 minutes, so it doesn't automatically boot back up.
Yep. Makes sense. All right, so Kane's doing that for a few minutes. Anyone else doing anything while you're here?
I mean, I'd be scrounging, and if he could give us camera feed for anything, I would want to look at that, but...
That's what Kane's doing. Give me a scrounging roll.
Pass by 3.
Okay. Well, are you doing anything while this is going on? Ziggy?
Oh, sorry. I mean, mostly Bull is just gonna take cover.
Fair enough. Yeah, so the holding cells are not as well maintained as the rest of this facility. They're decently maintained, but not super well. There's some bones on the ground, some magic in the air. The air tastes a little weird, but After scrounging, so you managed to pick up a fair number of components that are like mana infused or similarly useful that give you +3 to your next spellcasting check for gather
Okay.
mana by drawing mana out of them.
Not bad. But yeah, that will help me gather up what can use for a banish spell, or
Yep.
more
You know,
likely an
this is,
effect spirit spell.
more so than
Banish
some
is
other
hard to-
areas, stuff is damaged here.
Yeah. We have the one bullet that can affect spirits on the captain, and I might be able to coat Nerd with a spell that will do the same to
Yep.
allow him to poke and attack the ghost. I think covering him with a wide area, considering Kane doesn't really know how to use those swords out, and Boa, your stuff isn't really is more projectile than something that you're holding and reusing. Makes the most sense.
Sounds good. Kane, are you back yet?
I'm back.
Can you
Oh,
give me
I never
your
learned.
hacking roll for getting into the cameras?
Oh, sure. These dice are on fire, so I will continue to use them. Okay, that's a pass by 0, which is
Oh.
kind of crap.
Yeah, the AI in the cameras actually defeats you in that case.
Oh, there's an AI in here.
What?
Okay. I didn't realize there was an AI in the cameras.
Oh, there absolutely is. You feel like it's about as good as the one in the Sword Patrol bots. Yeah, their security system is absolutely controlled by an AI.
Hello there.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Yeah, we're going to try
Presence
to...
attempting to corrupt AI core. You hear through the speakers. Though, this one that you get for passing, you're pretty sure it doesn't know where you currently are.
Okay. Tell me when I can make another check, because I absolutely rolled like shit there.
I mean, what did you buy up your thing for being allowed to make another check on this ability?
Oh, that I wasn't trying to take over the system. I was just trying to travel around or get a look around. But,
sorry.
no,
I misunderstood what you were trying to do there, Izzy.
No, I wanted to go through the. I wanted to go through the lines and poke around and just see what was going on, and then if I could get a feed back to the party, that was the case. But I just wanted to go and see where the layout of the land.
Oh, sure thing. Doop 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 doop.
If you want to say it still detected something, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, it's still something. You hear intruder alert, and this is what you see for the facility. Like, notably, the 3 that you guys destroyed before are all back in perfect working order.
What?
That is faster than I would have liked.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Okay. Is there anything obvious? Okay, so I can literally just get the entire map, and you've shown.
Yeah, I'm giving you guys the entire map on the assumption that Kane will transmit it to the rest of the party.
Yeah, when I'm able to. Okay, so I'm going to assume that I'm detecting a large power output, probably.
Oh yeah, no, that has a tremendous amount of power output.
Okay, no idea if it's. I'm assuming it's also magical, but which I can't detect, but I can detect the other half of it. What does it look like is in there?
It looks like it's an awful lot like that, but bigger.
Does it look like a key of the cosmic variety?
No.
Okay, well,
I think I think you were saying that it was like our generator, a bit bigger.
Yeah,
Because
like the
it cut
ship's
out a little.
engine, but larger.
Okay. I will get back into the room while the alarms are still sounding, I guess, and then I will send a ping to the captain's Kindle and I guess do an etching if I can. I don't know if I can screenshot a picture from my memory onto the thing, or can I stencil it in there to give an accurate representation, or is there a skill for that?
You can give it accurate enough for the purposes of the game.
Okay.
So I will have one question of, hey nerd, do you think you could actually tunnel us between these two walls? Since the generator one is the bottom right.
There we go. Well, I probably can, but not very fast and not very quietly.
Quiet matters less than fast at the moment, but if not very fast.
And let me see. So, are you going to be able to cast a spell to make Nerd do this quietly?
Yeah, let me... What is that under? Let me see.
Energy.
Oh yeah, that
Sound is
actually
energy.
isn't that hard. That would be the same then as if I was doing stop power or stop.
Yeah, that would just be a
stopping-
destroy energy simple.
Lesser? Okay, yeah, then that is cool. Can I choose not to use the thing for the Can I choose not to use the +3 on this one because this is something I'm okay at?
Yes.
Do my first gather roll. Second. Third, still fine. Just let me start doing math because I'm going to be spending I'm going to spend like a couple of seconds doing this because I don't have... Or what happens if I drain energy from a damaged power stone? Is it no longer refillable?
Yeah, it's no longer
Or
refillable after that. You might be able to... You can re-enchant it later, but it is not currently refillable.
Okay, got enough and have cast.
Alrighty. Just figure out how long it takes.
I have a higher roll on that. How long it takes? Okay. 4, 6, 4, 10. 15 seconds. I forgot that energy was one of my best paths. So I actually got the energy I needed far earlier in this. Yeah, since it takes 5 seconds, actually half that because compartmentalized mind. So about like 8 seconds.
Okay. And for everyone to be... Wait a second, Bull is here. And also the captain is not abandoning Buttercup in the experimentation cells, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Never. Never.
Okay. It's going to take Nerd about 15 minutes to dig through, melt through this wall by eating it.
Nom 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 nom.
Hungry baby.
The hungriest of babies.
He's definitely get zapped a couple of times, which hurts him, which will probably... Affy can fix that pretty easily.
Yep.
As he, eats his way to a power main.
Hungry baby.
Hungry baby. But yeah, you'll be able to make your way towards the generator. Everyone wants to move to the next room, and I will draw on the map a secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Inquiry. Can we position it so the secret tunnel is blocked? Because if you wish, I can go outward, Captain, and tell the guards, everyone, that you escaped and traveled outwards. That way we can empty the facility. and no one will come into this room.
And I'm going to point out, there are guards at the entrance.
Yeah, I think it's better to stay together.
Okay, fair. Do we want me in a body, or do we want me floating through the walls?
I'd say body to start, but Captain gets final say.
Captain, how will I be most useful to you?
Ooh.
Captain? Do I cause you distress? Captain? Captain?
What do you think is best, Kane?
I think it is whatever you want is best, Captain. Your current state concerns me. I wish only to help. I'm just going to assume you just give me like a deadpan look and then.
Oh, I know. Oh, I think Discord didn't pick up that very, very quiet. I'm good.
It didn't.
No.
Okay.
That's fantastic, actually. Thank you.
Kane is going to slink back into the body then that he was previously possessing.
Decision has been made.
And then Kane will walk and follow the captain and say, "Captain, if you need to talk about something, we are here for you." And then put hand on your head and pat twice. There.
I think when you're patting the hat, you realize that that's like fucking metal underneath the cowboy hat. And I'm not sure if you were prepared for that.
There, dink. Nick, is my hand magnetic?
Your hand is not magnetic.
There, dink, there, dink. Captain, it appears as though your cowboy hat is made of a hard material. Do you wish me to find a more fabricated solution? Alternative? I'm assuming that's just armor, right?
Yeah, no, it is actually armor, but it has a hat over it. So it's a good hat.
Kane will also look back at Bulla and say, "Head Chef Bulla, are you in distress?"
I can't say I rightly am at the moment, but we are surrounded by robots and ghost robots, so we'll see how the day unfolds.
Does it make you uncomfortable when you are surrounded by robots and/or ghosts and/or ghost robots?
On normal occasions, no, but seeing as these ones have a mighty strong inclination to peel our skin or sacrifice us to some ghost creature, I can't say that exactly is a thrilling prospect.
Acknowledged. I will endeavor to not peel off your skin or sacrifice you to a ghostly entity.
Well, that's mighty appreciated.
You are mighty welcome. Kane will then attempt to crawl through this hole and has literally no dexterity in this body and will probably just slip through and fall on his ass.
You're doing great,
you have to
sweetie.
get
You're doing
Buttercup and Ebola through. Kane's fine.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so you all are in a big old magical engine. It's warm where you are right now.
What's that?
It's like the engine of the ship, where it's super warm. There's a massive power supply and an enormous amount of magic with some sort of spectral being sitting in the center of it. In your ship, it's contained within, a lot of metal. Here, it's a force field.
Are these doors locked or sealed shut?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I'm debating if I should go break the lock so no one else can come in.
Those of you who speak Ancient again can hear, oh, that's very interesting. You have to give me a good reason to not report you immediately.
I think I'm going to switch from the ancient precursor ton to the ancient elemental ton instead and be like, well, I imagine you're probably a bit tired of being cooped up and stuck here following the orders of ghosts, aren't you?
Reason, wonderful.
Can't exactly make sure you can go completely free, but at least can get you someplace safer and more interesting sights. And I'm going to be approaching.
Okay.
Am I able to get through the force field?
As you currently are, no. It is a force field.
As currently are, do you mean if I drop a spell, I can?
If you drop a spell, you might be able to.
Fucking called
There's
it.
going to be some. There's probably going to be a few. Can I roll like thaumaturgy to get a better idea on that? Just to
Please
double check for confirming.
Send me what your actual question for better idea on that is, Sean, before I answer.
Okay.
I called this like on session 2 or 3.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't know what you're talking about, and if anything happens, we'll discuss more later in character.
Oh boy.
I can't wait to have the most apathetic reaction to this.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Let's just cover my bases.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, Sean, when you drop the spell, do you look like Dr. Manhattan with or without his loincloth?
The world may never know.
We probably will know, actually, very in short
Oh.
order.
Nah.
The captain must avert the eyes.
Why only the captain?
It doesn't matter if Kane only gets a glimpse. It's going to be seared into his photographic memory, so there's no hope.
I feel like Nerd is the main one you want to avert their eyes.
Yeah, have
Yeah, Nerd is the
Bailey
one that
avert
you have
his
to
eyes.
protect from nudity.
Yeah.
Oh god. Instead of having, 8 sword arms, Nerd's going to have 8 penis arms in the next session.
No.
Oh,
Well, this ain't exactly how I was expecting to do this, nor was I. Kind of was also hoping I wouldn't have to, and also as player side, this was not when I was doing a new job and prepping for a one shot because I still haven't bothered to create an art asset for this. So Affy is going to walk through the shield. He is going to be remaining closed, but there is going to be a thing of his. He's not going to be human while he does anymore. His hair is going to become more fiery. His skin is going to be changing colors and have glowing cracks to it. He will have horns and a tail. And he's then going to be going promise to explain later, but it is going to take me a minute to get the shield down for the next part. If you have questions, which I reckon you all do.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would like to make a skill check to figure out what he is. I don't know what that is, Nick.
I'm pretty sure you need a lore
Yeah, you need like a magical lore skill for this, Izzy.
I figured. I don't have that.
Like, maybe a mythology or history thing?
I will roll research when I have access to a library that does not currently have an AI that is after me. But fair.
That beat all.
I did not realize when I referred to crewman Affy that his title was in fact not accurate. He is not a crew man. He is a crew something else. Something.
I mean, I'd say crewman's still accurate at the moment. Or at least preferred to compared to other statements.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take me to, like, disable the shield?
And with that, only is there a burst of magical energy and heat, but also you do get an actual image of the being in the center rather than a nebulous, like, fiery thing. She is rather enormous and, like, floating on no legs and only flames coming out of the bottom.
Well, Captain, if you don't mind coming up, need to transfer ownership from the ghost, and you're the one of those of us here. You're both the one qualified and one of the ones that can even do this too.
The thing the captain will notice is Affy is pointing at a very ornate lamp sitting in the center of this gigantic amount of magical energy.
Also, Izzy, the actual thing Affy is a GD.
Oh.
I'm not. I have asked 0 questions because damn it. So close to asking questions, but the path of least resistance is to not ask questions. So I'm going for it, I guess. No questions asked. Like, tiniest flick for Buttercup to go in the correct direction. Tiniest movement of hands to complete this.
All right. You're gonna burn up a bunch as you go in because this is hot as hell, and you're like, oh, I have just grabbed a cast iron pan that's been cooking for a while, levels of hot.
Hey, there was the resist heat spell that was several hours long that I think is still on people.
This is an amount of heat that is above the level of the spell you cast. The captain will be like fine between his nanites and his armor, but he's like, ow, 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 ow. My flesh is healing, but ow, 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 ow.
So, Tilly, I don't suppose now you'd be able to help us out with leaving and getting rid of the old ghost there, or does the captain need to make that request?
Well, you see, the captain needs to make that request. The old ghost is not a bad sort. He really ought to just pass on. It's not really what I'm good at, but I can grab the last of the energy from this generator and make do.
So Tilly is this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I can try to help you. I can try to help you with that, but yeah, spirits aren't my expertise either.
Rather better at fixing up robots and such.
Well, mine's a bit more people-based, but...
Only
Sean,
people.
I found your new avatar.
God,
I'll draw something up later. It is also the case of Affy does also cover up that much to cover up what he can't magic disguise up well.
Yeah, so she's going to grab a lot of that heat and basically all of the magic energy. And, well, Captain, are you going to say anything about this? Because she does need to do this at your order.
Do I need to roll self-control for that, or am I rolling self-control to do anything beyond that?
Let that be your call.
I've been rolling self-control every time I needed to talk
Mhm.
instead of going along, so I think I do need to roll for that. That would be my thought. So I'm gonna roll for that.
Yep.
Fail by 1.
All right, so there's an increasing amount of magical energy, and the captain's just standing there, staring at his hands.
We're doing great, guys. We're not deceptive.
Sorry about
We're
that.
doing
The
great.
captain's not having that great of a day.
You might want to find yourself a better
I know this
master
is
in
a
that
bit-
case.
The captain's pretty good in all regards most days. Much worse people can be answering to. But Captain, I know it's been a bit of a mess at times, but Kane's fine. We've got him an even better body and a few other options to choose from. Kane's perfectly safe, and if we do this, the rest of us should be able to get back to the ship safely as well. And we can kind of relax at the bar then with some drinks made by Boa.
Affy,
Or just take
I
it time
have
to
no.
relax.
Affy, what am I supposed to be doing here? I don't.
Kenya. Well, Tilly technically needs, in order to go about casting a spell, to make sure the ghosty there moves on, and also to probably help shut down the defenses so we don't have to deal with them. And you'd need to be the one to give it.
Do that.
In case you could not hear, the captain just said, and mouth will stop moving, and I will just repeat exactly what captain said at a slightly larger volume.
It's important because the magic's getting a little more violent in the center.
But
What's getting a little bit more violent in the center?
The uncontrolled chaotic magic that she once had under control under her prior orders, and she now does not.
Oh.
Damn, you haven't gotten an order that lets you just kind of be a little bit more loose with your orders, have you?
Why? She's gonna look at you with the fuck you talking about? That's not real. Look.
Camlin, can you say I order you to cast a banishment spell?
I order you to cast a banishment spell?
Okay, so which one of us gets banished, Nick?
Looking at you. She's very not happy about this.
oh boy.
But it's
Wasn't
doing the
banishment
thing.
what we were talking about with moving on?
It's a bit
Wasn't
coercive.
she saying she'd like the ghost to move on?
This feels very coercive. This is not how masters are supposed to be. She's still doing it, but she's unhappy with you about this. It's not in the natural way of things. So yeah, shortly thereafter, she is sucking up the magical energy and casting a mass banishment spell.
Anything we can do about that?
Which
Well,
is
isn't-
going to hit said ghosty friend. Pop.
All right.
If I am doing the Ron spell, it is the thing of I was looking at the old GURPS spells where banishment is the thing you do for getting rid of a ghost. If there's a different spell, that is what I should be specifically asking. I feel like I have the magic knowledge to know what it is.
You do know that. What she's sending is possessing an extra plate or entities back to where they belong.
For a ghost would be the ghost realm or the afterlife or whatever that is.
Yep.
Like, if you're that upset with the captain currently, I guess we could. I know. I will say the captain's not having a good day today currently, and is usually in a much better mood. But if it really makes the difference for you, I believe Boa is the only other one who qualifies here, and we could transfer you to him instead.
She's going to look at Bola.
Well, we're always happy to have another companion.
I think this would be preferable. A master should be volitional.
Okay.
Well, that's just dandy. How good are you at mixing drinks?
It has been 4,000 years.
Oh, that's all right. Not much has changed.
Very well. Please, if you would.
Yep, I'll hand off the... I'm assuming the captain is going to be fine with handing off the lamp to the other one.
The man has never been more confused and dissociating than at this moment.
That is fair. This was not a good day for the captain.
Also, hearing commands. I have to listen to commands, and it's like, well, did you get one that just let you do whatever, and then casting back of like, what have I told Affy to do?
You've mostly trusted judgment, but there is a specific thing that Affy always asks to double-check requisition orders.
Yes, no,
Like,
I
very regularly
that.
there's specific language that is being asked there.
Okay. I understand that, but also, like, mindset currently is like, oh, I must have fucked up at some point. Where did I fuck up? When? How constantly?
I mean, also the thing of, Affy approached you as a normal person and sold you effectively sold you, quote unquote, the generator for the ship for a very cheap price. Like,
we love to see it. Salespeople.
But the other... sorry, go, Izzy.
Hold on a second. I was going to say, I think that KOs me.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Why would the banishment spell KO you? You're not a spirit. Or is he actually a ghost possessing a robot, not a AI?
Give me a sec. Oh, I'm just gonna...
my sheet's failing a little bit right now. I can't get back to my base form in my scroll bar.
I'm about to take chronic depression for real soon.
Yeah, cast banishment. Suddenly you actually break pain.
Like, I am...
Hold on.
If that spell affects Kane needs to answer some questions when we get back to the ship.
You have questions first, sir.
Everybody's got their fucking questions.
I am
okay.
confused.
Wait. Okay. What am I rolling?
HP.
I don't like this.
Am I at penalty because of the disadvantage I just told you about?
No.
Okay, just HP. Fuck. What is my base body's HP?
It's not expecting this to be the result.
Right this fucking second.
I was not expecting this to be what happens this session, but here we are.
What is happening right now?
Apparently, we're getting reveals for Kane and Affy.
Fail by three.
Okay.
Fail by three, sir. I am out.
So
Are you in my
after the
Kindle?
banishment spell gets cast, Kane just shuts down.
What?
Okay.
Nick, here's an important question. I shut down. Does the body I'm in stay shut down?
You disconnected the AI core previously to hack the rest of the system,
Right.
Izzy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So the green eyes that were looking around initially just like, and he just like slumps over and then clatters to the floor.
What the? Does Kane then come on the comms? Because I know we have comms.
No.
Okay.
What the?
What the?
Okay.
I'm gonna be rolling, I guess, thaumatology to figure out what the hell just happened there.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna look this because I assume I'm gonna need a pretty good roll on this. Pass by 8.
So, Pass by It gives you. This was a mass banishment spell that was targeting things possessing, like, spirits or other extraplanar entities possessing other things to send them home. As far as you can tell, like, that implies Keen was one of these things, and you're like, is he gone? I don't know.
Kane apparently wasn't an AI.
Affy, can we undo this?
Well, wait, hold on. Then what was he then?
I don't know yet. The thing of the thing would be that would imply either ghost or a spirit or something like that. If we get back to the ship, I should be able to help figure something out. I guess, Tilly, do you know anything? Have you seen anything like that? You do a little bit more with machines.
She's like, well, he just starts listing things that could be.
Can I, roll out some of them as based off experience with Kane, or is a lot of this just like, not my area expertise, not familiar with that, recognize that one.
You can rule out some, but she keeps going for several minutes about things this could be that she's seen before.
Okay, you did
We're
a
like,
lot more
well,
machines.
we've narrowed it down from 500 potentials to 100 potentials.
How good are you set up here for then grabbing back, figuring out which one it was, or grabbing him back? I have stuff at our ship that can help with that, but I don't know what type of facilities you have working here.
I was like, oh, well, the facilities are mostly going to not be working now that I'm not powering them.
That's fair. I think if we go to, let's grab what we can and head back to our ship, and we'll figure this out.
Those who are looting, give me a scrounging roll. Or an engineer roll. Actually, Ash, can you give me an engineer roll for nerd looting things?
I got you. That's an 8, baby.
Oh, that's a good roll. Assuming
it's because I
nerd...
kept rolling for self-control and failing by a lot.
It true. Okay.
In fairness, I'm not at as bad of HP as I thought I was.
I don't like any words
as soon as that
today.
happened.
Yeah, I'm still in negatives, which means I still was out.
Yep.
FYI.
Yep. All right. So you have looted a bunch of shit. I will give you the total list of shit at the end. Path by 0, and nerd passes by 3 on scrounging. Thank you, Ash.
Baby boy!
Wait, are you saying HP or HT?
Don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
Izzy had to make an HT check.
My sons.
He is in Tango.
I mean, in this context.
Oh,
I mean, it would be he rolled against the opposing spell and failed. which is the thing of just like the fact though that he was affected by the spell.
Very concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was public about being magic nonsense. Not quite on which.
No. Kane
I mean,
might
on the
not
fact of
know.
the thing of the generator is magic nonsense, and my character has been a wizard this entire time. The fact that you are not that you're not just an AI.
Hey, he might not know.
Yep.
In fairness,
I saw it.
Kane has never claimed to be an AI.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So, with the power generator down, all the radios are down. I'm assuming you guys are dragging Kane's body back with you.
Yep.
You can
We're
ride
going to go
on
back.
Buttercup.
We're going back, and we're going to. I'm going to be then working when we get back to our ship's generator room on what is going on there. And also, I guess, for ruling things out of stuff, the thing of, like, yeah, that one in its core has, like, a similar object lamp thingy.
Yep. Obscured by fire, normally. Also, can everyone who doesn't have radiation resistance give me an HT roll when you get back to the ship?
Cool.
Specifically, radiation magic resistance doesn't help here.
Correct.
I'm
I'm going to call out this symbol right here for why I was keeping track of how long you guys were spending in this damaged facility.
You mean the radiation tolerance, Nick?
Yes, radiation tolerance.
Okay, I'm fine.
Because every one of you has suffered 25 rads.
I love
Failed
that.
by 2, but I can fix this.
Any modifiers to this?
Nope, it's straight HT.
Okay.
I'll be right back since I'm unconscious anyway.
Fail by 2.
If I hit the same, does that pass by 0 or is that fail by 1?
Hitting passes by 0.
Okay, then pass by 0.
Okay. So, late enough dose that the combination of Affy and general medical tech will be fine, but when you get back, those of you who fail are, like, really sick when you get back to the ship.
Well, I'll throw together a fix for that before I start working on getting Kane back online.
Those who cast are, like, notably injured, and if you have high pain tolerance, you don't. If you didn't, you have low pain tolerance for a bit as your body rebels against you. But, like,
are fine.
you're spending you guys are spending several days in sickbay after this mission.
I mean, I feel like
We don't have a sick bay.
We don't have a sick bay, and I feel like I can cure rat poisoning.
You can. No, sick bay meaning Affy's table at the bar.
Good.
Like, I don't think it will take days.
We chose a saloon over a med bay, damn it.
I mean, question. How does my regeneration respond to this?
The answer is you get sick, but you get better faster.
Okay.
So
can I use that when I'm better to also chemically mix up some like Radaway or whatever?
Pretty much. Like this is not actually a serious threat to any of you guys. It's just you're gonna get back to the ship. You're like feel like you had food poisoning functionally.
Yeah.
But our boy is dead. How is our dead boy?
Cure radiation is a 15 energy spell. It is very easy that uses the body domain. It is very easy for me to cure that.
Oh, it absolutely is. Like, this is a spell that, like, they did not get enough of a rad dose for you to not be able to fix it trivially once you realized it happened.
Yep. But, yeah, then afterwards, it's immediately working in the generator/lab on getting King back online.
Did y'all know that bananas have trace amounts of radiation?
Actually didn't. I don't think that's come up for me before.
It's true. I know because I once tried to make myself into a giant banana split, and let me tell you, it didn't work out well for anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And going back to the ship, you also have a very grumpy genie in tow. Like, as you might have seen from the thing, Eric, her real name is Tinat Tilly, and thus she gets called Tilly all the time.
That's a pretty name.
I will put that in the general chat because I know people like spelling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But
Of course, the first other one of my species I find is one that hasn't tried getting themselves free.
he is very serious.
Very serious.
So you're just in a freak.
Yeah. What did you think the name Affy was short for?
Well, don't that beat all?
What do you
She
think
is-
Kane stands for?
Quite interested in learning what new cocktails are after having spent, several thousand years as a power source. With only a ghost to talk to who does not realize several thousand years has passed.
Sad.
All right. Now this here's called a sidecar. It's one of my favorites.
She's an eager study for that.
So, while that's happening, I'm going to be working in the generator / my workshop, which is going to be involving. Is this Path of Spirit or Path of Undead?
Give me a thaumatology roll to determine how quickly you figure out how to heal Kane.
That's a pass by 7.
Okay. So, the unfortunate thing for you, as you eventually figure out, is it is a combination of Path of Body and Path of Crossroads.
Things that I am actually just good at, so not too unfortunate.
You try a bunch of things that don't work, and then you try that, you're like, he's a living extraplanar thing. Huh.
Interesting. Wonder if that's what if that's something similar to what my species was before they bound us. And
actually, yes, in fact. Similar category before you were bound.
Interesting.
But,
So, yeah.
After several hours of drinking Bulla's new rat away and after healing everyone, you guys can sit down and have a conversation.
Well, I imagine this conversation is also happening while I'm working on getting Kane back online because, I don't think the captain will be willing to sit if I'm not doing that.
I feel like the captain would be willing to sit and watch you heal Kane.
I feel like I really wanted to know what Nerd's reaction is to all the fucking shit that's happened in this session.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately,
Wex is missing some stuff, but
let's just say that after he burrowed through, he ate like a power cord or something, and he
zapped himself out from eating a magic power core that Affy needs to fix.
Yeah, he's just unconscious, so Wex does not actually know any of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, I imagine though Kane. I feel like we should probably also have Kane back online for conversation, since Kane has been trying so hard for so long to figure out what my deal is.
Yep.
Almost as long as Izzy has been.
Yep. Like, Izzy has been doing a lot of effort on this. I have some guesses related to you that might still be valid, but I was not guessing that you weren't actually an AI.
Yeah. Okay, I guess let me know when I come to.
We're probably gonna have the conversation when you come to in the bar with magic being worked on you and like an extra genie present who just knocked you out.
And I'm still in this high-end body.
Yeah.
It's definitely draining power faster now that its like magical power source has been disconnected.
Well, there's also probably, if this is happening mostly in the bar for all this, Affy is going to be probably hopping back from the bar and the generator over and over again. It's also, he's going to be not in human guise for this entire time because that spell is complicated enough that it actually takes him a bit.
So the bar's closed, is what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Bar's
100%.
closed, gotta restock.
Yeah. Come back later. Happy hour tomorrow.
Right on, cowboys, right on.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess after a few minutes, it'll be just like, you'll just see like Kane bolt up and just be like, oh, I think this is what pain feels like. Ow.
Well,
Ow.
so,
I mean,
not an AI. Also
Nope.
good to have you back up.
I do not know what you mean, Crewman Affy. I am in fact an AI.
Well, I guess artificial it could be correct, but not you're not a bunch of digital code. From what I can reckon, you seem to be more like an.
I am in fact an artificial intellect. I never claimed to be code.
No, that might be my mistake for assuming, but I assumed you were you were programmed, not bound energy.
I'm assuming everybody's here. It's not just me talking to Affy. The captain's
Oh,
probably
100%. We're all like, it is just everyone is gathered around. There's like tables. You are clearly at the center.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm assuming Nerd is off watching Captain Blasteroid.
Yes. He's taking a nap. He's a toddler.
Yes.
Yep.
I do apologize if you feel this was a grand deception, but I never claimed to be something I am not. I just realized my true nature was more precarious than people would otherwise believe.
Yeah, people have their right to secrets, just that one might be good to know when we're fighting ghosts, so I make sure to avoid anything like friendly fire anything like friendly fire going forward.
I appreciate that concern, but it had never crossed my mind as I have never truly dealt with people in the arcane before meeting you.
Interesting. Would assume that they would have had to have someone dealing with the arcane for making you, but maybe not.
That I cannot say. The body is like shifting in a way that almost feels like somewhat human as far as body language goes, trying to like get comfortable and almost squirming in the seat. Unsure if how much information should be divulging at this point. AKA, other players feel free to press.
I mean, no one else speaks. Affy will continue to talk, but Affy is also generally not going to be too prying. Well, if you don't remember that, that's fair. I can't really say exactly what I was before this. Not entirely sure if that is 100% from the process, but I don't really have memories of before. Could also just be time.
And
Not hard to keep track of everything everything as the years go by. But if there's something you do know about what you're making, what what made you similar to like with Nerd and Boa, and in a way myself, having information will help us deal if any problems come up.
that seems reasonable. As stated previously, I am the acting centralized artificial intelligence network for the ship known as the Moonshine. That is only due to a series of circumstances that led to me finding this ship with an intact power core. However, I do believe I have kinship with one of these crewmen, and I am so happy to have found my brother in that regard. And Kane is just going to kind of scan around and settle his eyes on Bola.
Yeah. Don't really make a difference to me none.
You were modified by one Dr. Bambergo.
That's right.
I was created by him and deemed a failure, along with several other experiments, because I refused to carry out what I was designed for.
Oh, fit in right at home. A lot of us folks the good doctor tinkered with were disinclined to obey what he was asking.
Well, in your case, you had a life prior to him, and you chose of your free will to disobey. I was just faultily programmed, as I was created from scratch by him.
Yeah, I want to really beat yourself up with the words faulty or failed. In all honesty, I think when someone's trying to make an obedient slave, being a failure case is better than the success one.
Glad.
I disconnect because I feel like someone started talking and stopped.
I can still hear you. I have not been talking,
Okay.
but
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Don't really have anything else to say after that until someone else asks a question or says something, and Izzy seems to have disappeared.
Sorry, closing of class.
Oh, good.
No
Yeah,
worries.
you're fine.
Just give me 2 minutes and I will be back in hyperfocus mode.
No worries.
Okie dokie.
Want to know what one of my, since we're if we have a pause, want to know some of my advantages and disadvantages?
Sure,
Oh, boy.
baby.
Sure.
Doesn't eat or drink, doesn't sleep, unaging for some of the advantages, and then under the category of magically bound / enslaved, duty, always on duty, and can be extremely hazardous, dependency, lamp, dependency orders.
Nice.
Wow.
yep.
Interesting.
My character literally starts starving if he is not given an order for in a long enough period of time.
That's
Well,
That is why it is always specifically asking for confirmation of requisition orders.
okay. This crew is certainly away, ain't it?
Yep.
ain't we just. All right. Good times.
Good
Oh, no,
times,
like-
good times. I love that We're also just like going through all of this with a random other person here.
She's mostly just sitting there waiting for orders.
So
Yeah, because Affy is like a more rebellious member of the species, while this would be a non-rebellious member of the species, effectively.
So Kane will just chime in and look at you, Affy, and be like, "So I have been trying to communicate with you while you are inside the power core."
Inside or when I'm doing some smoke and mirrors. But yeah, no offense, but I did want to try and keep this fact a little bit under half for as long as possible. Like,
I understand the need for secrecy. I too desire that. After all, I think the majority of our crew desires that to some level. Looking around at everyone, just even Nerd, who is not currently present,
Fearfully
because
at nerd.
because well, if information like this got out, people would seek to take advantage of what we are.
yep. Have definitely had a couple of bad owners in that regard.
I am sorry you had these bad experiences.
Well, just one of the unfortunate things, especially when you're when you're a few thousand years old. Last few have been good, though.
I am happy of that. Captain, I apologize for my grand deception. If you do not wish for me to be the acting AI of the Moonshine, I understand, and I will relinquish this responsibility.
Hey, Ash succeeded on the self-control roll.
It's cold fury in his eyes as he looks between you and Affy and just goes, I don't know y'all's stories, and I don't even know a fraction of it. And to pretend that a man can know the entire sum of another man is folly. But we are crew, handpicked. We work together. That is a 1 point we are clear on.
That point was never under contention, Captain.
First step, and agree on that.
Then tell me things so that we don't end up in the situation where people almost die.
Will do. I'll be honest, I wasn't entirely sure what we were going to find at that base. Wasn't really expecting another one of my kind to be there. They're still serving. But we'll give you some better information in the future.
Kind of nods at
promise you
Affy,
that.
looks over to Kane.
And I, too, apologize, Captain. I was merely trying to protect you, because if the reality came out as to exactly what I am, I do not believe you would have the freedom to travel in the manner that you have been appreciating thus far. And for that, I do apologize.
I apologize as well, and I'll admit mine is a bit more self-centered. You've been a great captain thus far, but you know, it is sometimes at times nice for the person who can order you to chop off your head not to know that they can do that.
Rightly so.
Well, in the spirit of honesty and openness, Captain, I will happily divulge more information about myself.
You do not need to, Kane. Just
Well,
act like your life matters. That is all I want.
Well, in the spirit of acting like my life matters, if I do not consume electricity every couple of hours, I will cease.
Well, can help make sure you're always topped off with that, and we'll pull from the fiery here, keep a flame, and then switch it over to being electrical sparks.
Appreciated. And Robot Head will just sit on your electrical head for a second, and something will be siphoning the electricity into the robot.
This is about, well, maybe not a half, but at least a quarter of the reason why the Emperor did this, I believe. And have a power generator for all your ships and bases, and a servant.
Does not see. So Kane will just look around, so what is the plan now? Where are we going from here? Having opened up the ruins to pretty much anyone at this point, I believe.
Well, we can collect. Can't speak for everyone else, but we can open. Since we open things up, we can see about getting paid for that job. I kind of would want to check out a few of the others just to see if there was one of my kind in one of these. I'd want to make sure that there's not any others stuck around there listening to Ghost or Ilana outdated orders. But I think something other than a ruin might be a nice break before we do that.
I do believe that there is a situation where a sibling of mine and Bulla's is also wandering around and will probably be needed to take into safety.
Yeah, I reckon so.
If that is approved by you, Captain. I cannot say I know this sibling personally, but I believe it is a human term. Family is family.
We'll help your friend. Once everyone is okay, because it's questionable on whether or not people are still suffering from radiation poison right now.
I think we've picked up if we've gotten all of that, but can double check and can definitely make sure to prepare some stuff for that in the future.
Rama.
All right, first thing tomorrow, we do that.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wants to go to talk to the guy at the office, be my guest.
Oh, let me get the right face back on, and I can try to talk if you're not if talk for the group there.
Captain, if with your permission, again, I know my deception does not warrant any favors at this point, but I was hoping to pick up a chip to help with. It seems like everybody is dealing with a lot of mental stress right now, and I was hoping to pick up a chip to help ease everybody's tension.
Just looks at you completely confused on what you're asking.
I would like to requisition a chip, Captain.
Credits are in the account, Kane. Do what you want. And then I'm just gonna drain whatever glass that Bola has prepared, and then I'm walking off.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I'll go and do my transformation again and head to report on exactly, hey, we've disabled all the security and shut down power at the facility. Here's the map that we have. Here's some knowledge about of what we think is relevant and things like that. Definitely not mentioning Dejin.
Good.
Can we go back and pick up any of the bodies, or are the robots all still active? If we went back to that area, Nick.
So they're going to be you're not going to pick up many more bodies because they're rapidly consuming themselves, lacking a power source. The one you have, Tilly knows how to hook up to your ship's engine, but it's not great.
Gotcha.
Will it
Well,
function?
some work on that.
I was hoping to preserve. Can I pull out the core so I can at least preserve their AIs and bring those with us? Or is that part of going to get destroyed because that's also magic?
Give me scrounging -4.
I don't
Can
have. scrounging.
I help with that at all, or nah?
You can, assuming that Kane asks you to help with this when he realizes it's beyond his current skills.
I mean, I'm going to mention I would like to get a body, a few more chips, and if all those robots are currently deactivated, I would like to preserve their AI so no one else can tinker with them. If anybody would like to assist me in this matter, I welcome it. Also, since the cat's out of the bag, Kane is distinctly not talking as much like a robot anymore.
Oh, I noticed.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
you worry.
Oh yeah.
It got clocked.
Yep. Well, I can help with that, and
Yeah. I will support you. I failed by
there's
lot.
someone who's probably the best, but I wanted to give an order.
Yeah. Would you mind helping me find these, Kathy? I would
Not
appreciate
at all.
it.
Well, I will roll my scrounging. That is a failure.
Yeah, that means you really don't manage to get to them before AI Civil War, plus they are self-destructing from consuming themselves from running out of power happens.
Okay, so we get
That's a fail by 1.
Mm-hmm.
that is actually highly depressing.
Alright, well, we got 1 or 2 out from before.
Yeah, you have the 2 bodies that you took.
Okay, and what about the ones that had? Well, I want to preserve those AIs is the main thing. Having the bodies is just a bonus. If the hover robot bodies would have been an actual bonus, because those AIs are garbage. But
As not the ones you took. You took 2 of the sword bodies out and were able to keep their AI fueled by virtue of hooking them up to a new power core.
Well, we do have an NPC on the ship that is more of an expert on robotics. I don't think Affy would be recommending this in character because Affy doesn't really like the idea of giving any of his kind being given orders except what is necessary.
She is willing to help if someone gives the order, Bulla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, Bo. I mean, Bo will help things out. That said, seeing as seeing as he now has a new mixologist in his employ. He's gonna at least he's gonna at least try to take some of their feelings into consideration.
Yeah, no, that is appreciated and what would be wanted in this case.
Yeah.
All right.
First pick with the captain on the grounds that the captain doesn't like giving orders.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And before we go, shopping trip. Kane will actually ask Bulla if he wants to go out shopping for supplies to pick up a chip, possibly some ingredients, and discuss. If Bulla wants to, he will broach the subject on their quote unquote mutual creator. If you wish to discuss that further.
So
Sounds like a mighty fine time.
to resolve the previous thing, given Tilly's role, she is going to give a bunch of advice to Affy and Kane. You are able to save 10 of them with her help, and they're going to consume a substantial amount of the power core, like their own energy tick functionally. But you will be able to save 10 of them.
Including the 2 we already have?
Yes.
Okay. That works for me.
Neat.
Like,
Well, we might be able to increase the energy output through some other methods.
Yep, I'm just going to note consumes 1 power to keep them going. I leave it to you for the question of, like, how many are the volitional AI that are sword wielders versus the non-volitional that are, the flying plasma shooters.
I would not have cared about the non-volitional ones because, again, they're like security cameras. They can't actually think. I would only have gone after the volitional ones.
Okay.
If Kane was told he could only save 10, he would go after volitional. I would not have even bothered picking up non-volitional ones.
Reasonable.
But they're unimportant, but I can probably code those. So less
Yep.
lost.
So
They do that up pretty well.
you guys have a very advanced boarding party that is sitting there learning how to mix cocktails from Bola with one hand.
Oh shit, they all have their bodies?
Yes.
Oh my god, okay.
They are drawing a lot of your power to keep themselves
We'll work on
functional.
that. We can work on that.
All right, now this is another one. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, you go first.
All right, now this is one that I call the monkey gland. That's all.
Amazing.
That is great. I was just going to comment on the thing of, like, since we have Tilly, we could theoretically set up another generator later, though we'd check with her for permission on that first.
She is very happy to do that, but right now the two of you are quite cramped in the existing generator.
Yep.
Dear God, what do we get rid of? The only space we have left is to get rid of the Captain Blasteroid statue that Nerd has been working on tirelessly.
So we keep that. We have to keep that. We just need to expand the ship another way. Build on a housing addition.
No, that becomes the hood ornament.
Or Wex. I'm missing so much this session.
Yeah.
Nerd. The title of the session: Nerd. How did you sleep through that?
Also, is she still around, or?
I'm around. The captain walked off.
So I think by the time everyone's healed, the captain has come out of his fugue, thanks to his willpower and the relative level of your disadvantage.
You can't keep just giving me freebies.
This one is one you actually get because you bought it with points.
It feels cheap.
Nick, if you want the chip I was planning on getting, I was going to make a roll to help get the captain out of this funk.
Okay, fine. If you want to feel better, Izzy, make your roll.
So
There's
Nick,
also the thing of it can also easily be a day passes or a couple of days passes.
Passing between all of your adventures, where the captain probably spends a solid day sitting in his room, staring at the wall, wondering what he has done with his life.
Don't worry about it.
So I'd like to go on that shopping trip with Bala. We can discuss. If you want anything, are there any details about Dr. Bimbergo you know or wish to know? As I believe I was trapped in a dehydrated state for quite some time before my eventual release.
Well, I suppose I should start with when did y'all leave? Was that before or after the big jailbreak?
Technically, I did not leave, which is why there would be a issue if I was discovered. Several of myself and several of the other experiments that were deemed failures, either due to non-compliance or the inability to control, or did not work quite as well as he had hoped, were apparently being transported by... Hold on, I need to pull up my backstory. Did not expect it to come up today. Nick, do you remember this part of my backstory?
Sorry, I was responding to text questions. What was the question?
Who was transporting me and the other failed experiments when we escaped?
I do not remember exactly what that was.
The experiments, hold on. The GRD. What did that stand for? Galactic something Rangers? GRD.
Yeah. Why not?
GDR.
I know I posted this somewhere. Where did I post it? There I posted
Yeah.
it.
Where the hell did I put this thing? GRD. The Galactic Defense Rangers were transporting several of Dr. Bambergo's experiments after his assumed capture and his assistants escaped. And several of his experiments were being transported to different facilities. The canister that I was in was dropped by one of the officers, and we rehydrated in some water on a planet that we were passing through the system. Needing electricity, I found a nearly scrapped ship that still had some energy in it and took refuge in there. Several of our siblings made their way around the planet, and I believe found. Okay, I just saw that pop up. I believe most of them made their way off planet, but due to my innate nature, I had to stay behind. It was unsafe for me to travel in the vacuum of space without a reliable power source. Fortunately, that's when Captain decided to salvage the Moonshine. I literally owe my life to Captain West. I don't think he understands that, but I will never be able to fully repay him for that.
No, I reckon you should tell him that. He'd be pleased as punch to know that he helped someone out like that.
Well, I hope to help him out of his fugue state first, which is why I believe I saw a vendor who was offering data chips around here. If you spot him, I believe he was offering wares. He had a large sign, if my memory serves, and he was wearing a large trench coat of some nature. So, Nick, can we find the shady trench coat dealer?
Yes, you absolutely can.
I would like to buy a chip to help the mental stability of the people I care about.
Hello,
You're
what you
gonna get a
buying?
weird psychology disc.
What are you buying? Oh, we do got that. He ruffles through his trench coat and pulls out a, only slightly oily chip, and you, question why it's oily, but not that much.
Going to look at it. Yes, I am, Ash. I'm 100% getting that. Excellent. I believe this was allowed on the requisition list, correct, Head Chef Bulla?
I reckon so.
How much would this prize chip be?
All right, Izzy, what size are you buying?
What are my options?
He has a 20, but it has some weird shit in it.
That sounds perfect.
I have not calculated the money for this, but
Well, I have a conversation Affy would probably want to have with the captain, though it is a question of whether or not it makes more sense for after they're out of the funk or while they're in the funk.
That is entirely your decision.
Well,
Okay.
Izzy, does that chip already have psychologist?
I didn't fully stat this out. Hold on.
Okay, one moment. Let me set this out for you.
We can just say it does, and we can build it out between sessions so we don't waste time right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. Excellent. I will pay the man. We can figure out how much it costs. Sorry, Ash, I'm blowing some of your money on this.
Look, you guys just got a
Steal it
100K bounty
directly from my-
for successfully doing the thing.
We love to see it.
Okay. I'm going to not put the chip in until we get back to the ship. So I will let Affy and the captain have their conversation first, and then me and Bulla will come in, and I will use the chip to help get the captain out of their funk.
Such weird psychology. I don't like this.
So,
I think maybe having a heart to heart might get you better results than what's on some tape there, Bucky.
Oh, this is not a tape, Head Chef Bulla. This merely implies the skills and knowledge that any licensed psychologist or other mental doctor might possess. So merely, I will have the heart to heart, but it will be in a manner that is appropriate. So I do not ask the wrong questions to help to prevent the captain from spiraling downward into further depression.
Suppose. Still.
I will endeavor to have this heart to heart, and then as soon as we round the bend and no one is within earshot, like, don't worry, I will talk to the captain about what we said. I value your advice.
Well, that does make me feel a lot better. I appreciate it.
So Affy is going to approach the captain and ask, I reckon you're probably a bit curious on why I approached you in the first place.
I am picturing this as we're in the captain's quarters. I am on the bed like BBC Sherlock, who's bored out of his skull, but instead it's depression, and flipping through my pistol just mindlessly.
Mm-hmm.
As I kind of barely look up at him. And I go, long pause, and then go, a little.
Oh. There's a couple of parts to it, but I'd say a really good reason is it would be something like these hats we share, and we'll probably gesture towards wherever the captain's is if it's currently being worn or if it's hung up, and otherwise, like, tap the cowboy hat he wears. See, one of last guy was that came into the possession of was another follower of the way of the cowboy, and was overall pretty small and good fella. Definitely always treated me as a person. Spent a lot of time trying to make sure that, like, there were no weird orders lingering around or anything like that that needed to be cleared up. Went through a lot of efforts to help me try and see if I can find any loopholes or ways of breaking my bindings. In fact, the last thing that happened with him was him trying to see if he could bypass the whole can't claim ownership of myself by trying to by putting my life down as something for me to get in his will. So didn't work. So there's the thing of still after that ended up needing someone to belong to and someone I can take orders from. But when I saw that there was another follower of the way of the cowboy around, kind of trusted that that would be a good person and a trustworthy fella to follow.
Captain has not said a single word during this, and you're like, oh, is he listening? And then you just see him full on crying, but doing it silently.
Takes a lot of willpower and guts to go out when you don't need to and help people without asking for much in return, or in some cases even anything. and putting yourself on the line like that. Something that over the years I've learned to respect a lot.
What was his name?
I don't remember, Nick, if I gave you a name or if I left this name blank in case it was could be tied up with another character backstory.
I believe you left it blank, and I could not find a convenient character backstory to tie it up in, unfortunately.
Okay,
Sounds
I get
good.
a name. Don't worry about it.
We're going to call him
Yeah.
Steve. He's Wash's character that doesn't exist in this game.
I mean, I can also use a.
He is the cowboy.
I can also use a cowboy name generator I just came across.
I mean, Nick, I have a name in mine. If it helps, is this person living or dead?
This person's dead.
Oh,
There
never.
was
Like-
a will mentioned.
This is
Yeah,
why I say
like-
let's call him Steve.
Okay, his name is Steve. I hate it. Thank you.
I mean, I posted a cowboy generator if you want a name generator if you want one instead from that.
Do that instead, but
Okay. Go, Sean, go. Give me
Okay.
a cowboy name.
So
Maud Tracy.
I have
Nickname
Effie Mug,
Klondike.
Levy Hun, Alice McCankles, Butch Nelson, and Ina Croy are the 5 that it generated me.
Butch Nelson
Butch
sounds
Nelson.
fantastic.
that's excellent.
Butch Nelson, nickname Rattlesnake,
Oh, no.
because these games was
That's
nicknamed.
good.
Butch Nelson, aka the Rattlesnake.
Oh, dear, dear.
Butch the Rattlesnake.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna nod my head to go. It's a good name.
The Rattlesnake.
Good name, good fella. Probably hard to keep track of time at times, but I know I spent at least several decades with him. He was always out there until basically he couldn't be active anymore, and was still trying to figure out ways to help, even as he was growing old and near the end. You remind him of me a lot. You're a real good fella, and you're doing the best you can for a lot of folk that don't necessarily have any place else they can belong. And for anyone else we come across too.
At the end of the day, I say like to really try to pretend that I wasn't full on crying. So my voice is weird. But like going on because I have a cowboyism, I just go, at the end of the day, the only thing you can count on is your horse, your hat, and each other. That's all we got.
Mighty right. There will probably be, if nothing else said, like a few minutes of just vibing before Affy asks if you'd want to drink or anything.
Drink sounds great. I say.
At the need of a drink, I think that's when Bulla and Kane will probably wander back in, so Bulla can make an amazing drink.
I mean, we do have another bartender, and Affy, while he's not a mixologist, can summon some stuff up.
I want to try an Affy drink. Guys, let me try an Affy drink. I need to know how it compares. Nick, how does it compare?
It is probably just straight whiskey.
I love it.
Appy's like, I'll make a cocktail. Whiskey. Double the amount of whiskey I already put in it.
That ain't no cocktail. I taught you better than that.
1 cube of ice.
You haven't taught Affy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I wasn't teaching Affy. That's right.
Yeah, this is Affy. He's like, 2 shots of whiskey, 1 cube of ice. That's a cocktail.
Look, Happy can drink socially with others. He doesn't know a lot about drinks, though.
We love it. Love to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so re-entering the bar, Kane will be like, Captain, I wish to have a heart-to-heart discussion with you. And he'll look at the new oily chip he has, and he's going to insert it into, like, the part of his head that pops up. So I can have a good conversation that will help get the captain out of this funk. So, Nick, what am I rolling against, and how bad are the disadvantages that this chip has?
You are rolling against IQ +2, and for this roll, the disadvantages have not yet applied.
Okay.
Your next roll, they absolutely will.
Okay, I rolled an 8, IQ +2, so that means I passed by 7. So, Kane in his Techbot body is going to walk up almost like a normal person, like arms bent at 90 degrees, like kind of trotting over to the bar, put one hand on the bar, lean over it, and look at the captain. And he's going to say, now listen here. You got to stop all this panhandling, worrying about all things you got. What you need to do is you need to have a drink right now, and we need to go out there and we need to find some foxy ladies. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Is this the chip?
I'm just gonna eyes
Are
are
you
gonna
sure the
slide over to
disadvantages are not
Bola for
applying
what
currently?
the fuck is going on.
Are you sure disadvantage is not applying currently to this?
What was that? What was that chip that you got there, Kane? You said it was a psychologist chip.
Oh yeah, I specifically requested a psychologist chip. That way it'll help everybody feel better. And right now, what I am feeling we need to, is we all need to do some shots, and we need to go out dancing. Everybody, do the monkey. And Kane is going to like squat and do the monkey.
Is there like a casing or like a label on that I could read?
There is ancient comedy and psychological stability chip.
Is there a toggle?
No.
I think you may be accessing the wrong folder there, bud.
Ancient psych.
These strips are fantastic.
Now, come on there, Captain. What you need to do is you need to stand up. You need to stop feeling bad for yourself. After all, everybody here is perfect because you are a wonderful leader. In fact, I was told right there by Bola that what I need to tell you is something that will inspire you beyond the years.
I put down the whiskey I was about to drink.
Ah, yes, ancient comedy.
Okay, Ziggy knows what the fuck this is now.
Yeah. Yep. It's ancient even now. But yeah.
It is. What you need to understand there, Captain, is I owe everything, my very life, my very existence right here, to you, because you are an amazing individual. I would not be here right now if it wasn't for you. And I am so grateful every single day because you brought me here and you are welcoming me into your crew. And I cannot express in words. So instead, I will express my gratitude in actions. Now, dance with me! And I'm gonna, I guess, try to manhandle the captain onto the floor and make you do the monkey with me.
I hate that.
Remember, Ash, there's a thing you can choose to do at any point.
What?
Maybe take it down a notch, Kane.
If this actually has a disadvantage on it, Nick, I don't think I'm allowed to take it down. Someone else can remove the
No, you're not allowed to take it down at all. You are now at -3 to all your social rolls against the captain, given actions and reactions. The captain,
I don't want to do it.
remember, you are allowed to do a certain thing at any point for the remainder of the session.
What is that thing?
I'm going to text it to you for spoilers reasons.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I rolled a 9 on dancing and getting other people to dance. If the opening credits are anything, I can apparently get a large group of people to do it all with me at once very quickly. So let's say all of those.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, this is fair. I think from the pep talk with Appy, I was imagining that was close enough. But I'm gonna look at Kane and I'm just gonna say, I'm mighty sorry about this, pal. And I'm gonna take my gun and I'm just gonna pistol whip you with it so that I can possibly knock out the chip or like do some cowboy sense and just be like, I understand you're trying to help, partner, but you need to slow your roll.
I'm gonna say the chip pops out. Now I have like that C3PO dent in my head perpetually. Just like a
I mean,
little.
that's easy to straighten out.
Yes, like Captain. Oh wait, I don't have to do this anymore. Captain, do you feel better?
I'm good, Kane. I'm good. We're great. Let's have drinks. Drinks was a great idea. Let's all. Bola, you said you were making dinner. Let's have dinner and drinks, and we will all be just mighty fine.
Hey, Bola, I have a request. Would you mind making a little for me as well, please? Oh, did I disconnect?
Nope, you're
No,
still
you're
here.
good.
There.
Oh, no. Bola, would you mind making me a little something as well?
Yeah, of course. Everybody will get something. So let's see. Do you eat organic foods? Not still, or is it just synthetic stuff? Because I can make synthetic stuff.
I mean, I don't need to eat, but I'd like to taste some flavors because I've been told you're an excellent chef.
No, all right then. Well, I'm gonna make you my spiciest chicken you can imagine. Now that don't make you feel something that nothing will. You're gonna know if you have taste buds after this, because they're gonna be burning out your mouth.
I want to do this now or later. Now, fuck it, we're doing it now. This is the session of reveals. So you're going to hand Kane this plate, and he's going to look at it. He's going to take it in both hands and hold it up towards his face, and just look down at it. And you see like his eyes, like scanning it. And then what looks like a big green tongue is just going to like immediately like phase through the front of his head and go into the chicken, and then immediately pull back in.
Thoughts, partner?
Uh,
How's it taste, buddy?
So Nick, I have the quirk, which is no taste and smell, but that means I can still taste. Everything's just muted, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is delightful. It is it does not make me feel like I am on fire, but there is definitely I believe you would say, zing to it. I like it.
Oh. Well, it's not quite the reaction I was expecting, but heck, I'll take it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, perception check if you want, and I find this kind of hilarious. If anybody was paying attention to when Kane had that thing shoot out of his mouth, that was his entire head. Should I just put a picture of what I actually look like, Nick?
You should just put a picture of what you actually look like.
Yes, you should.
Oh,
Are you
boy.
Venom?
Am I what? And
Venom.
what did you? I'm not.
Venom.
No,
Venom is what she asked.
the quote unquote tongue was my entire head.
Good.
What?
Hold on. Where the fuck did I put my pictures?
Post your picture, Izzy.
I guess I'll put it in just Fireball.
Yeah.
People should know
Yeah.
what.
I mean, this could be visual aid since it's actually a picture reference for the character. Visual
Yeah,
aid
the
seems
visual
like
aid
it's actually
general.
probably better for being able to find again later.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Hey, I was right.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay. Sure.
I'm about the size of a garter snake.
Yeah.
Little guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Also, when I come out for a second bite, I'm going to look at you, give you a thumbs up with one of my arms, and then I will say,
Well, all right. Now that's more the that was more the reaction I was expecting.
Goes back into body. Apologies, I do not have vocal cords.
Well, just now, nice to see the real you, I guess.
You will, Kane looks at you, and you just can imagine Kane is smiling.
All right.
The robot face does not move.
All right, now. How about the rest of y'all? You want some of my 6-star pepper chicken?
It is quite delicious.
Man, I really want that out of character.
You're dang right it is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, one of my new favorite Chinese places has just such a thing, and it's delicious.
Yes.
All right, so
Also sell
Ziggy,
very
next time I'm in Boston, we need to go there.
sure, yeah.
Also, now at things, looking real quick on what are the various card game arts I got from Ash before to see if there's any that actually just work for Affy.
I don't think I just have a flame type character,
There's
unfortunately.
a fiery demon, but it's the wrong type, and I'd almost want to take the rust demon one you did,
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
it would need a couple of adjustments, which I can share what
Yeah.
that looks like. But that one was a good art.
God, I really only make art under crazy crunch lines. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Context is I asked Ash for help with with art for a anime card game LARP, and she made me a lot of art in a very short period of time.
I liked when
That was very good.
you played my game and then you realized that I had more secret art that I had done at the same time, and you're just like, when did you do that? And I'm just like, sleep is optional.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like Ash.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't run that game again later.
True.
I also just like the thing of the there's the art folder, which then also has a separate folder that is Sean's attempts at art.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 400K for material to upgrade the ship, you said, Nick?
Yep.
That's a lot.
Well, we can add more
Upgrade the
rooms.
ship.
Yep.
Oh god, we need to figure out what we want to upgrade the ship with.
You really do. You
Captain,
gained
might I recommend-
10 crew this past session.
Yeah. Captain, might I recommend the computer
True.
system, as there is no computer system?
That sounds like
There's a basic
mighty
computer
fine
system in the
idea,
control
Kate.
room, Izzy.
I would recommend the computer system, as the current computer system cannot house a fully functioning AI.
Sounds like a mighty fine idea, Kate.
I appreciate that, Captain.
I'm not sure how easy it will be added, but I say we might want to invest in getting some more rooms.
Could be.
Is that something we can do? Or do we have to buy another ship?
And you know, replace one of those fuel tanks with something else.
That seems like a poor decision.
It does.
Yeah.
You were at the fun segment of having a ship, which is trade-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, trade-offs.
You mean we can't just add more rooms freely?
Yep.
This is insane.
Mm.
What are we thinking, crew?
GURP. I think that is a question for async over the course of the next 2 weeks.
You know, that's super fair.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
question for async over the next 2 weeks also.
Yeah.
Correct.
We are running towards the end of our runtime, and we've also reached a decent stopping point.
Yep.
It's true.
Everybody's having a great time. We're having drinks and dinner with
Yep.
friends. What
And
more
we're
can you
ending-
ask for?
We're ending on a much nicer note.
It's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
The one thing I would ask is, do you guys know what bounty you want to go after next?
So Kane will actually mention this to the captain beforehand because he did bring it up earlier. Captain,
Yep.
I did request. Would you mind if we went and saw if mine and Butler's sibling is okay and possibly desires relocation?
Affy, are you alright if we divert from... I know you were mighty keen on seeing the rest of the ruins, but I think this one is a bit more time sensitive.
Yeah,
I
those
believe
ruins have stayed there for thousands of years. They're not. They're still going to be there when we get to them.
It's true.
are there ruins on LA1, Nick?
Let me go double check my document about this space area. LA1. So the ruins are mostly on the moons here.
I figured proximity there might be something.
Oh, so yeah, no, LA1 is mostly actual modern development. The precursors went, we're gonna go do fuckery things with these moons that are aesthetically pleasing and ignore this one random world.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay.
They had
Captain,
priorities. These may not be sensible priorities.
Fair enough.
with your permission, Captain, I would like us to head to Reich Base on the planet LA1. To hopefully just cause peace. And potentially relocate one of my lost siblings who rehydrated and probably got lost.
Everyone all right with switching gears, finding the lost man, and then we'll get back to it.
Sounds
Yeah.
reasonable to me.
Excellent. Fair warning, I do believe he is very territorial.
Well, that sounds about right.
Excellent. All right.
I'll be sure to
Indeed,
bring my
indeed.
best. I'll be sure to bring my best housewarming goulash.
Oh, excellent. I'm sure he would appreciate that. I don't know if he's actually eaten as good since he came back from capsule form.
Oh well, then I'll have a regular smorgasbord ready for him.
Oh, I'm sure he would appreciate that. Don't believe I've ever actually spoken to him though, but I'm confident he would appreciate that. Does seem like he's very hungry all the time.
Sounds like
So-
my kind of fella.
Yeah. All right. Well, Captain, I will set heading to experiment designation Itsy Bitsy.
And thus you all see what Izzy has been handing me this entire game.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ba-ba.
Yep. Yep.
For everybody who's just listening in for the first time, guys, what are we going after right now? I wasn't expecting silence to be the answer.
I know the
We're
answer,
going
but at
after
least one of
nothing
you
after.
knows the answer.
Yeah.
I think I know.
What is it? Just say it for the recording.
Oh, sorry. One of your quote unquote sibling.
Yeah, which one? What is it?
Well, I mean, actually, I don't think we ever got a physical. Is it exactly like you, or is it something else?
It's on the bounty board.
Oh, are we going for kill the fire spider?
Yeah, Itsy Bitsy.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, good. I wanted to do this one.
Yeah, Itsy Bitsy, the incredibly tall spider eats blazing interwoven threads safely into enemies.
Huzzah.
We'd love to see it.
All right. Let's go get some fire spiders then.
Wait till you learn what
Let's
Kane
ride.
actually. Wait till you learn
Yeah,
what
I
Kane
was
actually
wondering for a
stands
second after if you you said that it was
If I said it was
words. After you said that with there being electricity and a Pokemon, if it was going to instead be a Joltik somehow, but I'm like, that seems a little too on the nose.
Oh, no one actually asked more details about me and other experiments.
Because I was upset with the fact that you almost died and you keep shrugging it off.
I mean, I just know that the experiments ran the gamut of stuff, so
Yeah, no two are the same.
exactly.
Yeah, so
It is also
We are-
the thing of like, even if Appy's big secret thing has been revealed, he is still very much a guy who like keeps to himself and stuff like that.
Mhm.
hmm
I mean, if you lived
Yeah.
in a lamp for Lord knows how long, you'd be introverted too.
Yeah, or if you ended up in a capsule, hence part Electros Pokemon, part Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
enjoy that there are now canon reasons for why everyone keeps asking me questions, and I just go, do your job, and nobody ever learns to just go, probably just do my job.
Yeah, no, Appy would literally starve if he starts doing that. But like, it gives a good easy thing of just like, hey, check in with the captain. Okay, good. I'm fed for another week.
I
Don't
have
have to
had
worry about.
some nice popcorn and pretzels. We're good, guys.
Yeah,
The
Yep.
captain just could give the order of like, just do whatever crewman X wants you to do.
yep, and it works perfectly fine. It is just I need an order.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so what are we going to call this session?
Reveals all round.
Reveals all around. I like it.
Yeah, no, that works. That's nice.
hmm
Fits with the various discussions of drinks as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
hmm
this is true.
It's true. And for this session, you guys have accomplished a pretty major thing. I'm going to give you 4 character points.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They more than even accomplished a lot. It is the fact of a lot of stuff has gotten shared.
Yeah.
That is part of accomplishing things, yes.
That is fair.
Hmm.
Well, I know what those points are getting sunk into. Making my ability better.
Well, I was going to save it up, but Nick, you just had to introduce new options.
Perhaps I should buy up my willpower.
Possibly.
Ziggy has a fantastic advantage he can now buy if he wants to.
Oh yeah,
I
no, you
had-
can
I
get
had
an
the
ally.
points- I had the points for it.
But what
Oh,
level?
boy.
I mean, if I wanted to, I could spend 15 points into it.
Oh, actually, oh man, let me go double check if that gets you another rank.
Sounds
You know, the next rank up is 20 points.
Okay, so 10 then.
Yeah.
Why do y'all keep making me spend points on things that aren't higher level of regeneration? I'm never gonna get it at this rate.
What the fuck?
You
Sorry.
don't have to use it on that.
What did you buy?
I haven't bought anything yet.
Look,
Well, that's not true. I bought the damaging corrosive grenade,
Yeah.
which cost me some points, and now apparently I have a 10-point ally.
that you could buy or could choose not to buy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Took so long to get to this level of regen.
Look, the thing I tell Ziggy is if he chooses not, until he chooses to buy her, he's spending time integrating herself into your ship systems to not die.
Sure.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Sure.
So Nick, if are the 10 plus bodies we saved helpful, and they will be willing to let me use those bodies if I ever came into a pinch?
You need to spend points on that, Izzy.
Fair enough. That's
For
fine.
for this ally ability, if it fails, does something bad happen or does it just not work?
So nothing bad happens. It's like either she does not have enough mana, or like you're asking her for something outside of what spells she knows.
I see. Let's see, on a 9. That's pretty low odds, all things considered.
This is the roll to see if your ally can do something useful right now. You can do this, honestly, this is somewhat a free action you can ask for a while.
How long is a while?
It's basically you have her lamp with you and be like, hey, Genie, can you help me with this right now?
Do I assume for the sake of balance I get 3 a combat or 3 an adventure or something?
It more depends on how big the thing you ask for is.
I see.
Lots of small favors, probably free. You can basically keep rolling whenever. You ask her to, try and shut down a giant facility with a giant EMP, she's going to be tired for a bit.
I see. I mean, I could always just ask her to heal me.
Oh, yeah, no, she can do that. She's worse than Affy at that, but she can do that.
Yeah.
I see. I mean, it's
I
good.
should at some point talk to you about the things for the. I don't know what the exact rules are for getting grimoire or magic items that help you with casting. Because I know if I get one that is just for my healing spell and I give it to give me a reasonable plus, that will let me cast it much more quickly in combat.
Grimoires are out of combat is the thing.
Okay.
Oh, is the recording still on?
Nick, is the recording still going?
It's still going, but after that discussion, I think it is time to end the recording. So, good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Tales of the Moonshine. Reveals all round.
Mm-hmm.